I'm Claire Cousins, representing Textiles East Fair. I hope you're well, and I hope you actually were able to join me at the fair. If not, if you go back a video, you'll see just a little insight into what was there. I'm hoping, because Tristan was there taking some videos and some photographs, I'm hoping that Tristan will be uploading a video for me soon. That would be nice. Yeah, it was a really good show. It was lovely. The venue, Newmarket's amazing. It's the part of the race course, so it's the big sort of conference area. 2 floors, lots of beautiful traders, lots of beautiful things, and I did make some purchases. Can't resist for myself, and this particular video is sharing with you how I got on with I think it's called peyote stitch bead work. Spangles have the stand there, so a shout out there for them. Carol very kindly showed me how to start, and then I kind of made my way through it. But there's loads of videos out there for beginners. This really is to give you some inspiration. It's not a tutorial by any means, because I'm not an expert in it. And now I'm very happy with my results. I'm going to have to try some more to improve it, I think, as well. So anyway, enjoy my little make for you. It's just a short video, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. The February fair is coming up very soon, so keep an eye out on Facebook, Instagram, the website. The details are all below. If you haven't already followed, this is free, so just follow, and then the little if you tag the bell, it'll also tell you when I've put a video out, so because I don't do it very often. So enjoy and see you soon. This is the pattern booklet that I bought off Carol, who runs Spangles, the bead people. If you want to get hold of them, I've got their website here. It's Spangle and then the number 4 beads.co.uk. Now I'm doing, if I can show you, this little cat here. So in the book, it's £3. In the booklet, it's got all the patterns for all the different cats. So the cat I'm doing is this one here. Now Carol gave me a really good suggestion, which was to prick the pattern as you're working. Now I didn't want to destroy the booklet, so what I've been doing is I have photocopied the pattern, and then I am using my pin to follow the pattern as I go. So I can see my pin's fallen out, but I can see how far I've got. So let me just show you how that's looking. So I don't know if the problem I've been working on this today, trying to work out how to get a good focus, but for you to actually see what I'm doing. It's so tiny, it doesn't want me to focus even on the macro setting, so I apologise for that. But the way it works, if ever you've tried, it's called peyote stitch with beads. The first 3 rows, and Carol did one with the first 3 rows, are quite tough to do. They took me some time, but then once I'd got the first 3 rows in, I was all sorted and I was able to follow it. But what you do, if I can show you, the beads are staggered, and you kind of do 1 bead and then you sew through the previous row, and then you sew through the bead on the row you're in, and you sew back down to the bead below, then you sew back into the bead you're working on. And as I say, there's loads of people out there that do detailed workshops with bigger beads and you can actually see what's going on. But the reason I wanted to show you it is I wanted to show you that for somebody who's never done this type of work before, it's actually achievable. It just takes a little bit of practice and fiddling around, and I would suggest, if you're into sort of, I didn't think I'd be into this, but to be honest with you, I'm now addicted, have a go. So yeah, I hope, so it's just a short little video just to explain what I'm up to and this little new project I'm working on. I'll do a few stitches, you might not be able to see it too well, and then I'll hopefully show you what it looks like at the end. Right, what I've done is I've put some of the beads out for the pattern. So I've got, and they come in like these little tubes. So if you do buy the tubes, you can get several of these brooches done. As I say, it's become quite addictive. I'm following the pattern here. I've got my pin in where I've left off, which was, it looks to be like the darker brown. And then I can see the next one is a black. So I'm bringing it up so you can, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but I've pulled the thread down because I found that if not I catch it. I'm picking up the black bead and then I'm sewing it in to the one it interlocks with. As I say, I'm not entirely sure that you can see because, as I say, I cannot seem to get a very good picture with my camera, even though it's a good quality camera. But there you go, I've tried fiddling with it, but so that's the black. And then I know from my pattern, so I move my little pin across, I've done the black one. And then I can see the next one is a dark brown. So I'm going to pick up the dark brown, like that. And I'm going to sew that into the next gap. So you go through the next pin. I mean, it's slow and methodical work, and if you've got a complicated pattern, which I think this one is, it can take you a lot of time. But I don't know, I think I can see the cat forming. I think he's looking really cute. He's got a pink nose. So yeah, another little tip that I've actually come up with. I was struggling with the different colours, especially when it was photocopied, because the photocopying doesn't do as well as the original. And so what I ended up doing, if you can see, just here, I've actually pinned a bead next to the colour chart to help me out, because I'm thinking, oh, which bead is that? Because it's all just different browns or creams. So it does help me out a little bit. Okay, I'm on my last row, and I just thought I'd just show you how I'm doing it. So on my last row, I'm coming back through that last bead, picking up the colour I need, which is a mid-brown. I'm stitching in the next one, and that then interlocks like that. And it's the pale ones. And that, if you can hear it, is actually my own tabby. She is here meowing at my feet. And there's two of that one. I'm popping that in. And then I've got a neutral, or a slightly darker brown. And as you can see, I'm just sewing into the last line of beads. And as I say, they just interlock in. Now, unfortunately, I've gone a little bit too far, so I'm going to have to come back. Pick up my next bead. So I hope you get the idea. So basically what's really nice is you're just sewing a bead to a previous row of beads, and then they interlock. Anyway, I need to count now. So I'm going to count the beads and make sure I'm lining up properly. So what have I got? I've got a plain, two pale, plain, and then I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11 pale. Well, I've done one, so I've got 11 more pails to go. Two, three, four, five. I've just unthreaded myself. A tip I will give you is when you go back into the bead, the new bead, really pull this other thread out of the way, because a number of times I've re-stitched through it and it's ended up in a bit of a tangled mess. So yeah, you do need to pull that thread away as you put your needle in. There's my cat Treacle, who you would have heard meowing in the background earlier. Treacle. Hello, darling. Oh, and here is the finished piece. I've stitched it on a pin, so it's now become a brooch. I hope you've enjoyed this little project, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye bye for now.